Leave the room by turning to 159. Okay. Intriguing. Having explored most of the rooms upstairs, you decide to risk searching the ground floor. You follow the landing back round to the staircase and creep downstairs. Turn to 132. Okay. I feel like we do have some information here. Turn to 132. You walk down the stairs cautiously, looking in every direction. There is no one about. In the hallway below, you may choose to try either a door on the left, a door on the right, or you can walk up to the front door and open it. Turn to 222. Have I ever actually tried the front door? I don't think I have, because I pretty much just assumed every time that you wouldn't be able to get out. But maybe something will happen if you go to the front door. No, I just don't believe it. Let's go to the door on the left, 353. I think that's the drawing room with the fireplace. If it is, we already know how to deal with the fire monsters. You just chuck a plant pot on them and that does it. What was it? 353. Here we go. The door opens into a large but cosy drawing room. The dying embers of a warm fire burn in the hearth. Comfortable chairs are arranged around the fireplace. 2 glasses and a decanter stand on a glass-top table between the chairs. There are plants in tall stands on either side of the windows, and there is another door next to the one you came in. Do you wish to explore the room, leave through the other door, or will you have a little tipple from the decanter? Let's leave through the other door. I don't think I've ever done that, but I have explored this room. If you fight the fire monsters and then examine the fireplace, there's a switch which just opens a trap door and you fall into the basement. Let's leave through the other door. Turn to 218. Who knows? I don't think we'd ever done this before. 218. Did you enter this drawing room from the hallway or the study? If you entered from the hallway, you take the door which leads into the study. I believe that's what we did. Turn to 195. If you entered from the study, you go through the other door into the hallway. Right, so I believe we're going into the study now. Turn to 195. Have we ever been to the study? Is Sekiro, whatever she's called, Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, in this room? The room is a study. Illustration time. Nice, eh? Set that torch up nice. Just lights the book right up. I'm really pleased with that. See that so clearly. Fantastic. It's probably the best thing in this video so far. The room is a... What are you doing, Mark? The room is a study. Old leather-bound books line the walls, and the only source of light comes from a single candle burning on an antique desk. You walk over to examine the desk, which is made from beautiful wood and has a brass-handled drawers. A piece of paper rests on the blotter. As you look at it, you are suddenly aware that something strange is happening. A large brown letter F is forming in the top left-hand corner. Someone telling you to go away. What's the next letter? You gasp at the word. Find appears in a child's handwriting across the top of the paper. For this you must add 1 fear point. A lot of fear going on. What are we up to now? That's 4 fear points. Let's just have a little bit of courage. God, I might have to get a refill about halfway through this. Slowly, the complete message forms. Find Sheko. That's what I want to do. Who or what is Sheko? You pick up the paper and move around the desk to see it more clearly in the light. But as quickly as it appeared, the message disappears. Do you wish to look over the collection of books, or will you leave this room? Find Sheko. Amazing. Like, we've never heard this name before, and now we've seen it twice in one run. Sheko. Who is Sheko? What are the hidden depths of this book? I remember I said it one year, didn't I? Like, how much of this book have I seen? Like 50%, 10%, 1%? It's hard to keep track, isn't it? You can't just look and go, oh, I'm about halfway through. God knows what secrets this book is hiding. I'm actually quite, like, becoming quite fond of it. It's like a Star Ocean 4 syndrome, do you know what I mean? I've been trapped with it for long enough that I actually quite like it now. Oh well. Let's look over the collection of books. Turn to 62. Okay. What have we got? The collection contains many invaluable first editions and obscure works in strange languages. The Earl of Drummer has a disturbingly large collection of books on black magic. I would say one book on black magic is a disturbingly large collection, but let's go on. And many volumes on hypnotism. Do you want to look at any of them? We might end up hypnotizing ourselves. If so, will you choose a book on black magic or a book on hypnotism? Oh, all right. This is one of those choices where it seems like maybe we can think about it and make a good choice. Although on the other hand, it's just blind luck, isn't it? Black magic, hypnotism. That was almost a burp. Let's go for black magic, 156. I think you learn spells in this book. You take a book off the shelf entitled Mystical Symbols and Their Part in Magic Rituals. You open the cover and something drops out of the book onto the floor. You bend down to pick it up. It is a pentacle, fashioned in metal and hanging from a long chain. What's a pentacle? Like a 5-pointed star or something like that? I'm just guessing from the way the word comes together. Pent. Like a... oh, whatever. The book itself is hollowed out to take the charm, and a piece of paper lies underneath it. The paper describes the pentacle as having powers over devil worshippers. Cast into the pentacle is the number 66. If you wish to take the pentacle, you may use it at any appropriate time by turning to reference number 66. Add 2 luck points to your find. Add 2 luck points for your find. Do you now wish to look for other interesting books, or would you prefer to leave the room? Huh. Right, so now we've got... right, let's write that down. Pentacle 66. We really are doing some stuff in this run. Pentacle 66. And our luck. Right. Well, luck score is 14 now. We literally can't fail the next time we test our luck. No. Cast into the pentacle. So what's the... let's see the exact wording on how we use this pentacle. If you wish to take the pentacle, you may use it at any appropriate time by turning to reference number 66. How do I know what the appropriate time is? Hopefully the book will let us know. Well, let's find out. Add 2. Professional. Add 2 luck points for your find, blah, 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 blah. Other interesting books, leave the room. I don't know, I feel like we've found the good thing in this room, and if we look at more books, we're just kind of pushing our luck. It's just asking for like a... pardon me. Asking for... just carry on. Asking for like a cursed book to bite our hands off or just eat our faces or something, or, you know. So let's not push our luck. I just don't feel like it. I really would like to beat this book. So let's leave the room, turn to 54. I hope we're not missing something important there. Do I look for other interesting books? Do I leave the room? No, let's leave the room. Come on. 54. There are 2 doors leading out of the study. Did you enter from the drawing room? Yes, we did. If so, you can leave through the other door. If you entered from the hallway, you may now leave through the other door by turning to... what? They're both labelled the other door. That's clever. So, I entered from the drawing room. If so, you can leave through the other door. Turn to 247. Great. I love the way this book is written. 247. I mean, I take the mick, but it's actually quite clever, isn't it? Really, when you think about it. The directions aren't clear sometimes, but can you imagine trying to construct this book? Must have been a nightmare. Like, even more of a nightmare than what we're experiencing reading it right now. Outside the study, there are 2 doors in the hallway opposite each other. If you wish to try the door on the left, turn to 217. If you would rather try the door on the right, turn to 307. Otherwise, you can continue along the hallway, following it round. Turn to 316. Damn, where are we now? 217, 307. They don't sound familiar, but I just don't want to end up in the kitchen again. That's always a bad place to be. I think I've died twice from entering the kitchen. Although, if memory serves, the kitchen is passage number 118. It sounds mad, doesn't it? But I believe that to be the case. The kitchen in the House of Hell is found in passage number 118. It's like I've developed some sort of special, useless skill, isn't it? Where can I use my abilities? Nowhere. My specific knowledge for the House of Hell only applies to this one paperback book and nowhere else in my life. Taking up valuable space in my brain. The kitchen is in 118, for God's sake. Alright. I'm going to go 307 because it's been my instinct in the past to always go for the door on the left because I'm left-handed. So if I have come to this junction before, I probably went left. So let's go right this time. 307. Here we go. 307. You try the handle. It turns. The door is unlocked, but the sound of voices puts you on your guard. You inch the door open and look through a crack. It reveals an elegant room with a polished wooden floor. At one end is an enormous full-length mirror. You can see the rest of the room reflected in this mirror. A mural depicting a tranquil country scene covers the wall facing the mirror. The reflection shows the room to be empty apart from a table and chairs in the centre of the floor, but you can definitely hear voices coming from inside the room. This is all very puzzling, but you decide against entering the room when one of the voices calls out, "Who's that at the door?" Instead, you decide to leave quickly. Will you go through the door opposite or nip along the hallway? I have read that passage before. I remember that happening because I got excited at the mention of a mirror because I knew there's a key hidden behind a mirror somewhere. But never mind. I'm still not sure what the point of that room is. But let's nip along the hallway because I like the sound of it. You can tell this is a British book. Is it British? Is it American? Not a clue. Nip along the hallway. Turn to 316. That sounds like a British turn of phrase, doesn't it? Just nip along the hallway. Let's nip along the hallway. 316. 2 doors face each other across the hallway just before it ends at a wall. Do you want to try the door on the left or the door on the right? Ah, there we go. Door on the left, 205. Door on the right, 118. That'll be the kitchen. Let's go 205. I'm not going to the kitchen. It's a death trap. 205. The door is firmly locked. Try the door opposite by turning to 118. Damn, I guess we are going to the kitchen. I think the book just funnels you into the kitchen. 118. I'll be embarrassed if this isn't the kitchen now. The door opens and you enter the kitchen. God damn it. The room is empty and immaculately tidy. With all the knives, pots and pans hanging in neat rows along the walls, a double sink is set under a window next to a large cooker and fridge. A great square table stands in the centre of the room. There are 2 doors, one leads outside, the other looks like a pantry door. A large bunch of keys lies on top of the cooker. Do you want to try the back door leading outside, try the other door, grab the bunch of keys on the cooker? Right, bunch of keys kills you because the cooker is turned on, even though the book doesn't say anything, and a normal person would notice before their hand reached the keys. The other door, the pantry, there's a ghoul in the pantry, and when you fight it, the ghoul has some sort of paralysis agent on its claws, and if it hits you 4 times, it's game over. So I guess the only option is to try the door leading outside, even though they can't possibly, nothing good can come of this, but let's go, 327. Can't believe we managed to wind up back in the kitchen. You step over to the back door and grasp the handle. The handle turns, but the door will not open. It is locked and the key is nowhere about. Or is it? Do you want to grab the bunch of keys on the cooker? No. Or try the other door. Turn to 126. God damn it. We really don't. I think if you grab the keys, you're dead no matter what. But at least with the fight with the ghoul, we've got a chance of making it. So let's try that. Try the other door. Turn to 126. Here we go. This whole book's going to be a foregone conclusion one day. I'll be able to just be like, oh, here he is, yeah. You reach for the door handle and open it wide, but the sight that greets you makes you step back aghast. Inside the pantry, standing motionless, is a hideous figure in tattered clothes. Its face and hands are in a state of semi-decay, and the odour of death fills your nostrils. Your intrusion has woken it. Its eyes open, and a hissing noise comes from its throat. A long tongue flashes out at you, and the creature steps forward. Add 2 fear points. Bastard. And that brings us to a total of 6 out of 9 fear. Not good. You must fight the ghoul, but you may grab a knife from the wall to use as a weapon and add 3 skill points. It's alright, we've already got a weapon, so that has no effect for us. The ghoul has a skill of 8, which is the same as our skill. We're neck and neck with the ghoul. It's an even fight. But don't forget, have I already had a fight this? I fought the Great Danes. But I didn't use the effect of the potion for some reason. Well, let's use the potion now. Let's presume that we drink the potion now. And we can ignore the first 2 hits this thing throws at us. Which is well and good. Because if it hits us 4 times, we're dead. Regardless of our stamina. So, okay, the ghoul has a stamina of 7. Okay. Let's go for it. Skill 8, stamina 7, 8 on both sides. So basically we're just looking at the number on the dice. Ghoul now. Ghoul rolls a 5. We roll a 9. And now I'm going to test our luck. So normally you do 2 points of stamina damage if you hit. If you test your luck and get lucky, then you do 4 points. If you're unlucky, you only do 1. But since our luck has been boosted to 14, we can't possibly fail the test. So we automatically pass, do 4 points of damage, luck goes down to 13. Cracking. To be honest, I'm not sure, thinking about it, if your luck is allowed to exceed its maximum value. But I don't care. I want to win this fight. Which brings the ghoul stamina down to 3. Which means I only have to hit it 1 more time. And then test our luck again. We'll automatically win again. The ghoul will be dead. Ghoul rolls a 9. We get a 6. So that's our first free hit gone. Here we go. Ghoul rolls a 5. We roll an 8. Test our luck. Brilliant. Luck goes down to 12. Ghoul is dead. Thank you. If you manage to defeat it, turn to 29. Great. We had an absolute nightmare with that last time. I think we just had really poor skill score when we were fighting it. Turn to 29. What happens? As the ghoul slumps to the floor, it falls against a rack of pans hanging on the wall. The pans clatter to the floor. The noise is deafening. Have you been heard? Turn to 254 to find out. Something tells me I have been heard. 254. Your fears are... I don't believe this. Your fears are confirmed. When the door opens, the noise has attracted the attention of some mysterious friends of the Earl of Drummer. 4 men enter the room, all dressed in white gowns and wearing goats' heads to conceal their faces. They are armed with knives and lengths of wood. It would be foolish to resist them. Grabbing your wrists, they take you downstairs into the cellars. There you enter a room in which blah blah blah. There are 4 prison cells. 3 are already occupied, but the 4th is empty. You will be detained here at the Earl's pleasure. Your adventure has ended. Fantastic. The kitchen really is a death trap. Once you're in the kitchen, there's nothing you can do. You try the back door, it's locked. So then you're forced to either pick up the keys. You pick up the keys, the cultists find you. Or you find the ghoul. The ghoul either kills you, or you kill the ghoul, and then the cultists find you and kill you anyway. What a load of absolute garbage. There you go, man. That was 2020. we did learn some new things, eh? I've been tracking the progress of this game. I made some notes. A House of Hell. And I was checking over the new information I learned each year. And so here's some snippets from my notes. 2014, year 1, Death by Fear, Headless Ghost in a Diabolus Room. That year I managed to learn that you're not supposed to drink the white wine, even though I did drink white wine that year. Ridiculous. 2015, year 2, this time it was Death by Poison, self-administered in the storeroom. That year I found out that you're supposed to find the Chris knife because that is Kelnor's only weakness. That was the ghost lady who told me that before she was killed by dogs. I also discovered that year that you can find a knife and some garlic in the storeroom, and reconfirmed the idea that you're not supposed to drink the white wine. 2016, year 3, that year was Death by Starvation, trapped in a cage in the torture room. That year I learned quite a lot by talking to the prisoners. I found out that Kelnor has a sister. Kelnor's the Lord of the Manor. He had a sister who died under mysterious circumstances, aged 32, and I believe at the time I was younger than that. That was the year we met the old lady in the abandoned room for the first time. And we found out that the battle with Kelnor had to take place in the dining room, the key to which is hidden behind a mirror. 2017, year 4, discovered and captured Death by Hot Keys in the kitchen. That was the first kitchen death. That year I learned to look for a man in grey, who we already talked to the previous year. And we also learned to look for a cast iron key, which can open door 323. So passage number 323 has a door which can only be opened by a cast iron key, which we still haven't found. I wonder if Shekko's in... What the hell is that person's name? Shekko. What a stupid name. Apologies if your name is Shekko in real life. Maybe Shekko's in room number 323. We'll have a look for that iron key next year. 2018, year 5, that was Death by Ghoul. Like the ghoul we just defeated, and then you automatically die even if you defeat it anyway. Death by Ghoul in the kitchen. We learned nothing that year. 2019, last year, year 6. Died twice that year. That was when I instituted the rule that I'm allowed to finger the book one time. First death was death by slit throat while attempting a rescue during a ritual sacrifice. Do you remember? That was disgusting. And the second death, captured by devil worshippers. Amazing. This year's death, oh, it's the same death, captured by devil worshippers again because of clattering pans. What a dignified way to go. But I feel like we've learned a lot of stuff this year. This year we learned, pardon me, we learned the old lady's name in the abandoned room is Mardana, and then we have to turn to page 88, passage 88, to get her to reveal her secrets. Maybe next year we can ask her about the ritual, since we already know about the secret door. Now that'll be good. If we can just make our way back to those stairs, then we might be able to make use of that reference. Although we need the password, don't we? So really we need to find Shekko. God, stupid name. Just going to finish my drink now to celebrate. Let's celebrate another year, another death. Sounds bad saying that in 2020, doesn't it? Paul, I don't mean to be flippant. But this, cheers to you, Steve Jackson, you son of a bitch. Do you want pie? It's party time! I was nearly sick then.